who is the chairman and CEO of ZEDO. ZEDO is a company that he founded in 1999, and it is a platform, an ad server for publishers with a technology platform that serves ad impressions in the hundreds of billions. It's the largest ad server and ad technology provider in India. And I'd like to welcome Roy to the stage to give us a 20-minute presentation of how his company is innovating in this space. Roy?
So let me just tell you a little bit about ZEDO so you have a little bit of background before we start. ZEDO, as Rebecca mentioned, is an advertising technology partner for publishers. We stand with the publisher, we build technologies to help them make money out of advertising. And we focus on pretty much any technology in video, web-based advertising, mobile, that will help them. And we do all sorts of customer service and anything else. We're the third largest player worldwide. We're the largest player in India. So most big sites in India use our platform for their internet advertising. For those of you not familiar what that means that when a sales rep sells a campaign, he logs into ZEDO and he tells us the start date and the end date and how many times to serve it to each user, and then presses a button so that it goes online. Start with an ad.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you, more than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers, the one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
So that's an example of a very powerful ad, a very engaging ad. It's a Chrysler ad, as you can see, from last year. And Chrysler had a tough job. You know, Detroit had a tough job. You know, they were the center of automotive production in the world, and they had, you know, pretty bad brand recognition. People didn't like what they heard about Detroit, and they had to try and rebuild the image. And they had to try and rebuild the whole of Detroit, the whole of Motor City. And I think the power of television allows you to do advertising that really does engage an audience. They were hardly selling this new Chrysler there. I can't even remember the name of the model. But they were selling the whole idea that Detroit may have problems, but Detroit builds great cars, and they love building great cars, and that they are a serious player, and they're proud of what they do. So television advertising is very, very engaging, I think. And when I watch ads like that, I don't check my email, and I actually watch them. So why are we here in the online? You know, why am I doing what I do? And I believe that online advertising can be as good as television. I think that when I first started in '99, just fresh out of business school, I thought we could make online advertising much better than television. And after many years trying, I think we should focus on making it as good as television, which is actually very good. So that's what I think we can do. And there's a lot to do. There's a long way to go. Online has some real advantages. Clearly, television is good, but online has advantages too. Global product launches are becoming more and more common. Things like some of the Apple products, Harry Potter a few years ago, they do global worldwide product launches. The internet allows that. Very difficult to do that across the world on television. You can reach more people on the internet. As you know, there are lots and lots of people. There's 400 million in China, there's 300 million in the US, and many users on the internet. So it is a powerful platform to reach lots of users. And you have instant deployment and reports. Sometimes I play around with the ads myself on our ad server. We're doing some internal promotions. And I'm very curious. I want to put it live, and I want to see the click-through right away. I want to see the data. And that's very powerful with internet, because you can react. You can try a few and change them. So my belief is that we can make online as good as TV. And we spend a lot of time thinking about this, a lot of innovation. And I'm going to show you two simple examples of how we're making it better. There's no magic bullet. We can't make it amazing advertising instantly. And a lot of online advertising is text ads, which people hardly see. And they don't generate much revenue for the publishers, and they're not too exciting for the advertisers either. So let's have a couple of examples. Before we do that, some people feel that where we are today is where we're going to be, that we have pretty much built online advertising as it's going to be. So let's just look back at the internet and see how much the internet has changed. So we'll take our little time machine here and go back a few years.
Imagine, if you will, sitting down to your morning coffee, turning on your home computer to read the day's newspaper. Well, it's not as far-fetched as it may seem. In fact, both local San Francisco papers are investing a lot of money to try and get a service just like that started. Science editor Steve Newman reports on one person already using the brand-new system.
17 stories up in his fashionable North Beach apartment, Richard Halloran is calling a local number that will connect him with a computer in Columbus, Ohio. Meanwhile, across town, in this less than fashionable cubbyhole at the San Francisco Examiner, these editors are programming today's copy of the paper into that same Ohio computer. When the telephone connection between these two terminals is made, the newest form of electronic journalism lights up Mr. Halloran's television with just about everything the Examiner prints in its regular edition. That is, with the exception of pictures, ads, and the comics. 8 newspapers around the country are currently in the computer network, and within the next few weeks, 3 others will join in.
This is an experiment. We're trying to figure out what it's going to mean to us as editors and reporters, and what it means to the home user. And we're not in it to make money. We're probably not going to lose a lot, but we aren't going to make much either.
Both the Examiner and Chronicle began service within the last 2 weeks and printed full-page ads about it. Of the estimated 2,000 to 3,000 home computer owners in the Bay Area, the Chronicle reports over 500 have responded by sending back coupons. Even though the electronic newspaper isn't as spiffy looking as the ads imply, people using the system are excited about its potential.
With this system, we have the option not only of seeing the newspaper on the screen, but also optionally we can copy it. So anything we're interested in, we could go back in again and copy it onto paper and save it, which I think is the future of the type of interrogation an individual will give to the newspapers.
This is only the first step in newspapers by computer. Engineers now predict the day will come when we get all our newspaper.
Okay, I think that gives you a little bit of a feel. So the internet has come so long. The internet world was so different a few years ago. If you look at those TV screens, those computer monitors, terrible, terrible product. Yet they were the cutting edge. So in the same way where, today, the same way the internet has come a long way, online advertising is going to progress a lot further from where we are. So we shouldn't worry about the fact that sometimes the ads don't work very well. Sometimes, publishers tell me very often that compared to their print parents and the internet subsidiaries make practically no money. Because there is a lot to come. There's a lot more innovation, and there's a lot more we can do. And online advertising is going to get better and better and better. So let's take some examples. ComScore launched VGRP recently. And ComScore is one of the key data providers to the agencies. And they've brought up this concept of whether people see the ads on the internet. They call it in view. And that's a very interesting thing. Some publishers don't like it, but actually I think it progresses the industry. So 32% apparently, according to ComScore, will never see this ad up here. 32% of people don't see the ads. And they define as seeing the ads as if it's invisible on the browser for 1 second. If you scroll down after 1 second, they still count it. And this is becoming a big deal in the US. All the ad ops discussion boards are talking about it. People want to measure it. Agencies get the data, and the publishers don't know whether they're tracking that or not. So you have to innovate. So here's an example. 99% of people, according to ComScore's data, see this ad. Now, and it's a very simple innovation. Lots and lots of sites in India use this slider, as we call it. And it gets, the brand advertisers who are on TV, it just gives them the comfort that at least somebody has seen their ad. It's not below the fold. It's not hidden away. Someone sees it. Clearly a little bit annoying, but you're trying to grab the user attention. Another simple innovation we call TV ads on the web. And a friend of mine who's been running his business for many years, just sold his company after running it for 40 years, said the secret of his success is jump on the horse. He said, don't try and stop the whole horse and turn it around, jump on the horse. So in many ways, if advertisers love TV advertising, and they certainly seem to do a lot of TV advertising, maybe one product we can do is run TV ads directly on the web. So let me give you a demo of how that can be done. So this is a web page, and I'll just refresh it. On the right-hand side here, we have an ad. It's not too intrusive. It does autoplay, but it doesn't look too intrusive. But you do notice it because it's moving. When you mouse over, you get the sound. When you mouse off, the sound is gone. So you're giving users control.
10 minutes.
And when you click on it,
unexpectedly easy by voice talk. Samsung Galaxy S2.
You see a real television ad. You don't click through to a landing page. I'll play that once more so you can see it. So this is a real television ad that we're running on the web.
Hi, Galaxy. Text Jason. Message, I will be there in 10 minutes. Unexpectedly easy by voice talk. Samsung Galaxy S2.
Okay, and so just finishing up, TV ads on the web is another step forward in helping publishers and helping advertisers get really effective ads online. So thank you very much.